Listen, y'all, your spiritual gifts are improving tremendously. And y'all just walked through the spiritual door of happiness at the perfect time. Y'all, I am so happy to be able to deliver this reading to you all. Look, y'all have been owning it, all right? Y'all put your spiritual boots on, you strapped them up. You said these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do, right? I don't know if y'all walking on. I could go there. I don't know if y'all walking all over somebody, all right? I don't think that's what it is, but y'all are owning it out there, all right? Your spiritual gifts and abilities have improved tremendously, and you could be recognizing this or sensing this, and could have been wondering about it. And for some of y'all, you could be wondering what you did so that you could keep doing it in order to keep increasing this power that you have been developing and manifesting inside of you, right? Y'all, there are people that are paying more attention to you that probably didn't before. They could be seeing you in a whole new light, in a different way that they may not have seen you before. All right, and this could be making them very happy and excited. For some of y'all, you may have enemies that are now your friends, or, well, I wouldn't say friends per se, but maybe they're starting to see things from your perspective of some sort, or they're able to understand where you're coming from, what you're about, what you're doing. And so you could have people who were hating on you who ain't hating on you no more, all right? There's something about you where it is just magnificent, all right? Some of you all, your aura has enhanced tremendously, all right? You could be noticing things like animals trying to get your attention for whatever reason. You could notice that when you're out at the store, places like that, people could be wanting to come and stand closer to you or more near you, all right? Some of you all could be recognizing that sometimes when you say you want something to happen, all of a sudden it happens. So like your manifestation gifts and abilities could be becoming more powerful, more strong. For some of you all, this does have to do with a very simple thing with the earth realm, the system, and this time of the year. But for others of you, like, this is, you've been doing something, okay? And it's obvious. It's obvious. Some of you all, there were individuals who may have lost faith in you or could have doubted you about something. Now they have faith in you again, or they're not doubting you anymore. All right. Maybe they could have been questioning something, because for some of y'all, somebody could be questioning, what in the entire fuck are you doing? All right. They could be trying to ask you what's your routine secrets. If you're a female, what's your beauty secrets? If you're a male, they could be wondering what maybe what your workout routines are, because some of y'all been working out more, so you've become more fit, more good looking, all right? Some of y'all have been taking a very much care of yourself. You could be getting more sleep recently. For some of y'all, if you were oversleeping, you could be getting less sleep, and that's doing really well for you. All right. Some of y'all could have been noticing really wild dreams. Okay. Showing you things or giving you like, some of y'all have been having prophetic dreams. Let's just say it like that. All right. Some of you all, you could be noticing that you almost are like hearing people's thoughts, kind of thing. Like, let's say you walking in a store, you walk by somebody, you know what I mean? Like, you sense something off of them. Okay. But yeah, you could be very attractive at this time, especially spiritually. Now, this is awesome. Okay. It's great news, but you want to be careful because of that. All right. Be careful about the things that you're saying to yourself, the things that you're saying about yourself, the things that you are saying about others, the things that you are joking about, stuff like that, all right? Because your manifestation gifts and abilities are extremely powerful at this time, okay? Listen, y'all. Some of you all, there's people, I'm not saying you're ugly. I ain't saying you're ugly by any means. all right? Just because someone's not attracted to another individual doesn't necessarily mean that that individual is ugly, all right? So there were some individuals who may not have been as attracted to you before. Something has changed, and they're looking at you like you're a hot piece of cake, okay? Like they I just sense they want to eat you up type of thing. Like, I don't know, you know, that could just be like they really are attracted to you, okay? Or they want to get to know you better, or they want to be friends with you, they want to work with you, or something like that, okay? Some of you all could be hearing your ancestors, the ones that are have passed on. You could be hearing them talk to you more, or you could be seeing random things happening that seem almost miraculous and may have you questioning, why did it happen? How did it happen? You know, what is going on? For some of you all, this is a very powerful time for you to connect with your ancestors. So it could be the ones that have passed on. So it could be really, really, really important for you to not allow bullshit, okay, to fuck with your good vibes, your good energy, your happiness, and your spiritual enhancements, all right? This could be one of the reasons why you may be experiencing improvements or better quality or enhancements in your spiritual gifts and abilities, is so that you would be able to do things that are more in tune and in harmony with your divine purpose or with your divine mission of some sort. All right. Some of you all may have been studying your ancestors, or maybe you have been looking into ancient history recently or things of that sort. And this is extremely powerful for you for some reason. You could have had a revelation and figured out something that you didn't know before, or, you know, maybe this has helped you learn some sort of spiritual practices or information or knowledge that your ancestors knew. But you have definitely walked through the door of happiness. This, to me, is being said like a spiritual door of happiness, but it could literally be like actual, like something that you've done recently is bringing you a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, and you're out there owning it, y'all. You have like improved confidence or stamina, endurance, something of that sort. For many of y'all, the reason why for many of y'all, it's because you got rid of a fucking piece of shit. You got rid of a piece of shit of some sort, okay? Whatever that means to you. Something was not supposed to be in this new era that you're culminating, that you're manifesting, all right? Or it wasn't meant to be in your aura or your environment, your space, or whatever the case may be, okay? Some of y'all have chosen yourselves if you watched the last reading, okay? Some of this could be a continuation of that. So some of you all chose yourselves and you said you don't give a fuck who likes it or not, right? And if they don't fucking like it, then it's probably meant to be, right? Because why would you keep dealing with individuals or involving yourself with individuals who don't want you to be the best that you can be or do the best that you can for yourself? Even if that might include you pouring more into yourself and less into them. You're owning it, okay? Whatever that means to you. Some of y'all, you created a new business of some sort recently, or you have some sort of very awesome business ideas. Some of you all, this is at your job, your career. Some of y'all, this is like your regular everyday life experiences. All right, things are just going really well for you. This would be like, you know, it almost seems like luck. All right, some of y'all might feel like you took Felicia's the liquid luck serum from Harry Potter or something like that. You know, like everything is just working really well for you. And for some of you all, you almost feel like you're almost waiting for something to fuck up. Don't do that. All right, don't do that to yourself. Okay, just enjoy the good that's happening. Okay, others of you, the reason why you're starting to feel a lot better, and you may be noticing an increase in your spiritual gifts and abilities of some sort, and you may notice that people are starting to be more attracted to you, or things are starting to just work more in your favor, or you're just starting to get it, you're owning it, you're doing great, okay? One of the reasons why is because you changed your perspective about something. Something that you used to believe that was not in your best interest. Excuse me. You stopped believing it, or you stopped seeing something a certain way and you started to see it another way. Whatever that was, that is one of the best things you could have ever done. All right? Some of you all, this has to do with you thinking that you could never find someone good enough for you, or that you're good enough for. Some of y'all, this is thinking, you were thinking that, you know, things always go wrong for you, or things will never go right, or you were, let's just be real, some of y'all were, you know, kind of feeding into victim mentality a little bit, okay? But you stopped because you recognized what you were doing, and you recognized that it wasn't valuable for you. Some of y'all, your ancestors put you up on game about this. Some of y'all, it's just like you just had a revelation of some sort. Some of y'all, it was the divine, it was God, it was whatever, okay? You could have thought that, for some of y'all, you could have thought that somebody was an enemy of yours, or not really for you, or was like against you, or trying to lead you astray or manipulate you or something like that. And you could have recognized that they weren't. They're really for you, or they really care about you, or maybe you thought a friend wasn't really a good friend, or wasn't real, or something like that, and you're realizing that that's not true. Maybe you thought somebody was talking shit about you and they weren't. It's something like that. Maybe you thought you'd never be able to find somebody who could get you, who could understand you. Maybe you even thought that you were not attractive, okay? Because some of y'all, you could have thought that you weren't very attractive, or like you could have thought that you know, something. Whatever this change in perspective was, it was extremely powerful for you. And one of the reasons why is because when you were looking at things from that perspective, it could have been making you think that you did not have as much power or as much control over something as you may have actually did. All right? Some of you all could have been overly questioning what the divine wants of you, what path you're supposed to be on, this and that, other and that. You know, maybe you were being overprotective of yourself, or, you know, being a little too cautious, or things of that sort. Maybe you didn't want to take a leap of faith that you may have needed to take a leap of faith about something, y'all. This could also have to do with maybe some sort of perspective, some sort of spiritual beliefs, or spiritual perspectives of some sort. All right? Maybe you thought that somebody did not appreciate something that you were doing for them, but they really did. And they could have showed you this recently, or something. Maybe you just had got caught. You know, sometimes people just have days where they're just, you know, they need to be you know, given a little talking to by the divine. All right? Some of you all, there's somebody who you thought that was not being loyal to you, but they actually are. Or somebody thought that you were not loyal, but you were. Okay? And for some of y'all, if they thought that you were not loyal, they could have made some sort of choices or decisions based off of that, and they could be regretting it. All right? Or they wish they didn't do that, or they could be trying to apologize to you about that, or they're trying to make a situation right, or something like that. All right? Ooh, excuse me. Others of you, if you've been noticing that your spiritual gifts and abilities have been increasing and improving tremendously, one of the reasons why is because you have been more in tune and in harmony with the divine, and more in tune and in harmony with your true self, okay, or with nature. Some of you are being told that you can, it may be very beneficial for you if you're not as in tune and in harmony with your natural true self. It might be more beneficial for you, spiritually speaking, to get more in tune and in harmony with your natural true self. All right? Yeah, so for some of you all, somebody really truly appreciates something that you did for them. Okay, or you may have attracted those who will appreciate the things that you do for them. Because for some of y'all, maybe in the past, because some of y'all, you stopped doing something or stopped dealing with individuals who were not appreciative of what it was that you were doing, or who you are, how you are, your gifts or abilities of some sort, something like that. And because you let the universe know you're not gonna fucking deal with the bullshit they were trying to make you think you should be dealing with, right? You let the universe know that it could go ahead and send you those who are on your level, or those who will appreciate what it is that you have to offer, or those who can see your value, etc. So one of the reasons why maybe in the beginning you could have been a little bit weary of this situation, all right, with these new individuals, or maybe these individuals that you thought weren't really for you, or whatever, is because of what you dealt with in the past. It's because you've dealt with people who either have betrayed you, or who acted like they're really for you and they really weren't, or who, you know, would love bomb and all that kind of shit like that, right? Yeah. And so you were able to see the situation for what it really was. You could have thought that somebody was lying to you if they were telling you that you're attractive to them, they like you, they value you, they want to work with you, they want to team up with you, they want you to work for them, or whatever the case, whatever it was, they weren't, okay? They were being legit and real and true with you. And so you could be recognizing that, or realizing that. Maybe because for some of y'all, maybe you were in situations in your past where you were dealing with people who would intentionally disrespect you or make you feel less than, so that you wouldn't go find better or see yourself as better, or that you wouldn't put up boundaries and things of that sort, right? But whatever the case may be, whatever these changes are that you made recently, y'all, your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, these you know, these beings are so happy for you. They're so happy for you. And I am too. Because y'all, look, people don't need to be dealing with this type of stuff that people be dealing with half the time. And when they figure it the fuck out, and they you know, start doing what they need to do to make the moves they make, and start succeeding, I am so happy for them, right? People love the way that you make them feel. They love being around you. And they definitely can see this difference in you. They can sense that your aura has enhanced or improved tremendously. All right? Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. You could be in your own world, you know, doing your own thing, not even trying to gain attention, and you just attract it like almost effortlessly, right? And good attention too, not crazy shit, you know? And honestly, for a lot of you all, you have a very, very beautiful soul, okay? You may not think that, you may not recognize that, and for some of y'all, you may think that you look busted, dusted, and disgusted on the outside, but let me tell you something. Your soul does not look like that, okay? Others of you, y'all just be saying that about yourself, and you're really actually awesome. You're very attractive, or loving, or caring, or whatever. Yeah. So some of you all, you have not allowed another individual or another group of individuals to project their dysfunction onto you. All right. You could have been trying to be nice in the past and not hurt somebody's feelings, or just kind of keep your true thoughts and opinions to yourself. And for whatever reason, you just said fuck all of that recently. All right. Possibly because they don't care how you feel about certain stuff, so why should you give a fuck how they feel? For some of y'all, it's because they don't appreciate it, they don't value it, they don't see it as something that you're doing out of kindness, but rather something that they should expect of you, okay? You're very, 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 very powerful, all right? You may have some sort of new interests or hobbies of some sort that you've been engaging in. These two could have had a benefit in helping you to improve your spiritual gifts or abilities of some sort. All right. Also, many of you all have been definitely paying attention to the signs of the universe, the signs that the universe has been showing you. You've been recognizing them more and seeing them more and acting accordingly, right? Or being able to recognize what it is, and what role does it play in your situation or in your life. All right. Wow. Some of you all have experienced an increase in your financial income. Maybe you were able to, like, if you're a contractor, maybe you were able to find jobs or work out of nowhere after doing this thing or making these changes or something like that. Or you just learned how to speak to people better or do something better. Y'all, you're owning it out there. I'm seeing y'all just really like showing people what's good. You know? Like if somebody doubted you, they feel real stupid. Real stupid. If they're seeing you now. Or seeing what you're about now or what you're doing now. And it's not to talk shit about them. It's just what reality is. Like they look stupid or feel stupid. Alright? And now they could be actually wanting you to win. Actually being happy and supporting you. And, you know, maybe they talk shit about you before or like were real rude as fuck to you or something like that, and they're recognizing how stupid that was or how messed up it was that they treated you a certain way or thought about you in a certain way, because they see that you're not what they said that you were, and what they said that you were was not good. Okay? They could have tried to say that you were, you know, not to be trusted or something like that. But they're recognizing that whatever they said about you that was not good, they shouldn't have said that shit. And it's almost like now that they're seeing that you're actually really valuable or really worthy, or others are loving on you, appreciating you, valuing you, they feel some type of way about that because they had an opportunity or a chance with you and they fucked it up. That don't have to be an actual like romantic relationship. That literally could be like a friendship, some other kind of union of some sort or something like that. Okay, a business partner, a co-worker, etc. Okay, school, you know, I don't know, but yeah. So let's see. Yeah, you're very fruitful and abundant. So it's almost like some of you all, a lot of your hard work and dedication that you put into something is starting to become fruitious. You're starting to receive a harvest. You're recognizing that something that you did was the right moves, the right path, or something of that sort. And you could be really happy about it because you're like, yes, you made the right choice, or you made the right decision, or things are working out for you. This is what it is that you need to do, or how you need to be, or who you need to be around, or this is how you speak to the divine and listen to the divine and recognize the signs of the universe, etc., right? Wow. I'm sensing also like you all are dictating the way that your life goes. Okay, if you're allowing others to dictate your life, you're not allowing that. You're making your own choices and decisions and doing what it is that you want, how you want, when you want. Something about you did not allow somebody else to project their dysfunction onto you. It's almost like somebody else believes something or sees something a certain way, but they want you to see it that way too, and they're pissed off because you don't, but they're actually wrong though. Or they're just really really messed up with how they're responding to you. Like it's not fair or it's not right. It's almost narcissistic in a way for them, and to just expect you to see things the way that they do, kind of thing. Like, you know, like as if you haven't had your own things that you've gone through or your own experiences in life, you know. Wow, some of you all could be gaining access to the resources that you need. So if you were in need of something, whether it be like financial prosperity or whatever it was that you needed, you could be receiving access to the resources that you needed. Okay, or you figured out how to make something work for you. Maybe you stopped waiting on somebody, or stop relying on another and just started doing what you got to do it how you got to do it, move it how you want to move. Okay? You could be keeping a lot of these things that you've been doing, these changes that you've been making, these improvements, these enhancements. You could be kind of keeping it to yourself, like not really telling others what's up, even though they're like obviously wondering like what is going on. You know, what did you do? Why do you look so good? Why do you sound so good? Why are you making these moves in such a good way? Why does it look like luck is on your side? Did you walk through the door of happiness or something? Like, what is this, you know? And you're not really, from what I'm sensing for many of y'all, you're not really telling them. You're kind of just like appreciative of the recognition, so to say. But you already know that some of these individuals, they're not really like happy for you. So you're not about to tell them what the fuck is going on or what you got going on or you know, what's making you so happy, what's making you feel good about yourself, what's making you make the right choices and decisions. How are you doing this? What, you know, whatever, your secret sauce, so to say, you know? Yeah. Oh, wow. So another thing you've gotten a lot better at is not taking things. Like, if somebody's on bullshit, you're not wasting your time, effort, or energy being worried about why the fuck they're on bullshit. You're just going to let them be on bullshit. You're going to keep succeeding. You're going to keep improving. You're going to keep being awesome. You're going to keep loving on yourself. You're going to keep making the right choices and decisions. You're going to keep not sacrificing yourself for bullshit people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you spent a lot of time alone recently, because I'm sensing that song. Is that Escape? Don't take it personal. I just wanna be as you think it's just one of those days. That's not SWV. It's not Escape. Y'all, put it in the comments who sings that song. But it's almost like because somebody did not appreciate you or value you or see you for what you really were, you stopped trying to make them, or you stopped trying to, like, you chose not to be a pick-me, so to say, and you just went on about your business. You started doing what you had to do, and like eventually they'll see what the fuck it really is. They'll see how great you are, how awesome you are. You didn't let it make you, like, you didn't chase after somebody or beg somebody for love, so to say, right? You just went on ahead and did you. And honestly, for some of y'all, like, that was one of the best decisions you could have made, because it allowed you to really sit and think about where you wanted to move forward in your life. It allowed you to get back in tune and in harmony with the divine. It allowed you to enhance your spiritual gifts and abilities. And it started to create happiness for yourself. And it helped you to see more of what you need in your life and what you don't. What you should allow in your life, what you shouldn't. Who you should pour more into, who you shouldn't. Who you can trust, who you can't. Yeah. So you're really good. You can be really good at solving problems. Or you're getting a lot better at avoiding problems. And or if you have anything that needs to be fixed, you're really good at, like, taking care of it when it needs to be taken care of. Some of you all could be like, you know, maybe that's your trade or something like that. Maybe you help, like plumbers or electricians, or maybe your business is involving that. Maybe you help people or do something for people. Or you work for somebody who does, or something like that. But you're really good at solving problems. Okay? Or figuring out, or that's part of this spiritual upgrade that you've been getting. Because it's like, when the more you're in tune and in harmony with the divine, the more that you can hear what the divine needs for you to hear, or what the universe has to show you, and see you, the more you can see things, right? And it wants you to win, okay? Whatever these beings are, these entities are that you could be working with, or whoever, like, they want you to win. Somebody wants you to win. Somebody's happy and excited that you're doing good for yourself, or that, you got out of some sort of difficult situation, or you realize how valuable and worthy you are, or something like that. Somebody is definitely celebrating you. They're really happy about that. Okay? Because they like to see you happy. They like to see things working out for you. They like when others, when their friends or their coworkers or their neighbors or their whoever is doing good, you know, that's less that they have to worry type of thing. Okay? And you do have people who really value the relationship that they have with you, whether these be new individuals or people who have been in your situation in your life. They really value the relationship that they have with you. Not necessarily just because of what you bring into the situation and what you can do for them, but because of you. And like I said, your aura is so powerful at this time. And they really love like how they can they love that if they want to be happy, you're the individual that they want to be around. Okay? If they want to, not to say that they only come to you for you to make them happy. It's not about that. It's like they know that you're not gonna fuck them up. You're not gonna fuck up their life. You're not gonna bring them down. You're not going to stress them the fuck out. You're not going to give them more problems and issues than they have. Okay? They know that you understand them well, or you're very empathetic towards them, or something of that sort. You're really intelligent. You're a great partner or friend or something like that. And you're recognizing that in yourself too. You're seeing that for some of y'all, you're the real MVP. Okay? You're the real MVP. I'm sensing your ancestors, your angels, or something like that, saying like, we've been trying to tell them. We've been trying to get them to see that. Yeah. So you're very attractive. And attractive doesn't have to just be like physically speaking, right? It could literally just be your aura. Like I said, it's your aura. Y'all be aura farming. And don't even be knowing that you're doing it though. You just be being you. You just be being happy, you know what I'm saying? Or into whatever you're into, or doing what you're doing. Some of y'all, it's just like your characteristics, right? It's who you are. Like maybe you have perspectives where you're very optimistic. People love that about you, okay? Or that's something that you have changed recently. You're not pessimistic. You're more optimistic about situations, or about yourself, or about what you can accomplish, or about what's going on in the world, or whatever it is. I see you being very grateful and very thankful of what the divine has been gifting you with, or with what has been happening in your life. That could be also very beneficial for you. Maybe that's also one of the reasons why your spiritual gifts or abilities have been enhancing or increasing, is because you're very appreciative of them. So the divine is like, okay, I ain't gonna waste my good stuff on this this one right here, so let me give them some more, since they're grateful and thankful for it. Yeah. Or that's how, some of y'all, that's how you could feel for somebody, you know? You feel like you're happy that you're not wasting your time, efforts, and energies with somebody. That whatever you're doing in a situation is reciprocated, or it is appreciated, you know? Some of y'all are very good at balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine aspects within yourself. Okay? Or there's a union between a divine feminine and divine masculine, or something significant about the divine feminine and divine masculine. Maybe that you've been studying that recently. Okay? Some of y'all, if you, yeah. Somebody likes that that you're able to depend on yourself, but you're not so, like, if you're a female, they like that you're able to depend on yourself, but you're not so like masculine that it's like weird. Or somebody likes that you're relatable. You're relatable. You're not so stuck into yourself that you become unrelatable, or something like that. Look, y'all tell me what the fuck that means, you know? Yeah. You could be very nurturing, or you could be the type of individual that likes to protect those or look out for those who you love or who you care for or who value you, who appreciate you, who honor you. Okay? And not in the sense of like they're worshiping you, honor you, like not like that, you know. Yeah, you're thankful for something working out the way that you wanted it to. Right? So instead of focusing on all the bad or all the horrible or all the negative, you like to be appreciative of the good. Yeah. So you had some sort of plans of some sort that you put into action, and y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's like I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, now don't it feel good? Hey, all right now. Yes, it's like y'all feel like y'all walk like things are just like making you really happy or really proud of yourself, or at the very least most of your day consists of happiness and not of bullshit. Yeah, you've improved yourself, and it's almost like maybe that's what you've changed recently. You're not allowing the dysfunction and fucked up shit of others to make you feel dysfunctional, or to make your day horrible, or to make you feel guilty because you're happy. It's almost like some of y'all, you're around individuals who try to make you feel guilty because you're happy and their fucking lives are miserable. Right? It's almost like they expect everybody else to be miserable and fucked up because they are. Like, no, it doesn't have to be that. And it was almost like for some of y'all, you were having to hide the good that happens in your life, or how you're feeling, or whatever, you know, like, because these individuals, you could have felt like it wasn't right for you to be happy while they're miserable. Like, and that's not to say that, oh, if somebody's crying, you're gonna go laugh in their fucking face and be, oh, your life is horrible. Well, guess what? My life is really great. Like, that's not what you're doing. All right? But you could have thought that if you didn't empathize in a certain way with another, that it would come off that way, right? So, in example, if you had something great happen to you, or you accomplished something, or you're doing really well, or you feel really good about yourself, and you know somebody else ain't feeling that great, you just wouldn't tell them. Or you just wouldn't, all right, an example. Here's another example. Like, this would be like if somebody is friends with someone, or coworkers with someone, or whatever the case may be, and that individual knows that other individual is insecure about themselves, they would intentionally not dress up around that individual, or not wear fabulous smelling cologne or perfume, or not feel, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, you possibly could have been doing stuff like that for other individuals, and that's kind of your way of being respectful towards them, or trying to show them love or respect, and that could be part of what this perspective is that you changed, right? Because if you have to constantly not be your true self to make another individual feel good about themselves, that's probably not going to end. It's not going to be good. And it probably wasn't. And the universe kept sending you signs and nudges and showing you, like, no, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You know? Because more likely than not, that individual would not do that for you if they were in your situation. You know? It's like you're not choosing to play into somebody's sulking sessions or their misery. You're not allowing somebody's misery to make you their company, or its company, or something like that. Y'all know what the fuck that means. You know, y'all will know what that means, okay? You have a beautiful soul, all right? And it's like you're very caring. You think some of you all think a lot about what others think about you, but not in an insecure way. You just don't want to you just don't want to make people hate you more than some already do, right? If you don't have to attract bullshit to you, you're not gonna intentionally go out there attracting, or that's not what you want. You know what I'm saying? But, like, at what cost? not at the cost of you and who you are and the good that you got going on, and to continue to attract, you know, like, you're the type of individual, if somebody tells you, like, you're probably like this, okay, if somebody gives you a compliment, you'll say no, that's not true. Like, if somebody says, you know, oh, you're gorgeous, you'll be like, no, not really. Well, this and this and this, like, just so that they don't think that you're egotistical or narcissistic. No, there's nothing wrong with, if somebody says you're gorgeous or beautiful or really handsome and attractive, there's nothing wrong with you saying, thank you, I appreciate it. There's nothing wrong with that. But for whatever reason, some of y'all, you could have thought that you know, doing that makes you seem like you're stuck up or arrogant or whatever the fuck, you know? So again, it's things like that, perspectives, ideas, or beliefs that are changing for the better. Okay? Some of you all have recognized that you have some sort of advantage over your competition or over someone who is competing with you. Like I said, if things have been working out really well for you, or you just figured out you're doing great. You're owning it out there, right? You're doing awesome. There's some individual or people who are like, what the fuck is this person doing? How do I get like them? How do I do that? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're thinking. What are you doing? What are they doing? What's going on? Some of them, it's not a malicious way. It's kind of just like, you know, jealousy or envy or whatever, or competition. But for a very small select few of y'all, an individual is trying to figure out what you're doing so that they can find a way to fuck it up for you. But they will not be successful at that. If somebody did try to mess up something for you, they were not successful at it, you learned from it, you improved yourself, or it just helped you level up. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Yeah. Some of y'all have been, this is random, but some of y'all have been cooking more, okay? And going out less, like going out, like getting fast food less. You've been cooking more. There's something significant about that, okay? Or somebody loves the way you cook. They love your cooking. They love how you cook. Or somebody's like, keep cooking or cook or something like that. You're like really good at something. Like, you could be saying something, or this has to do with you creating something, building something, or something like that, y'all. Okay, some of y'all have been trying new things recently and you've been really enjoying it. And if you did it, you stopped doing it. Or you're not afraid to try something new. Okay, some of y'all have been working really hard. And it's being noticed. It's being recognized. People appreciate it. They see what's good. They see what's up. All right, you could even end up getting offered a position of some sort, or offered a job of some sort, or people may want to do business with you more, or just they're appreciating you. Okay, they're appreciating you. They see you're not taking advantage of them, or something like that. Okay, if they needed to trust you or rely on you about something, they feel like they can trust you, or that you're reliable or you're trustworthy. Okay, maybe they like the fact that you're always willing to try to make yourself better, or to improve, or to do better, and not in a superficial way, but like your characteristics, your thought patterns, how you see things, how you feel about yourself, what you're doing for others, how you're showing up for yourself, your work ethic, your habits, your this and that and the other. Okay. Yeah, there's something important about your creativity for some of y'all. You could be experiencing a level up in your creativity. Yeah, there's no trust issues. No trust issues. If somebody used to have trust issues with you, they don't have them anymore. They trust you now, or they see that you're the truth, or you're real, or something like that. For others of you, like I said, if you were feeling some type of way about an individual or a group of people and you didn't know if they were really for you, or maybe you thought that they were secretly hating on you, or that they were your enemy, or that, or whatever, like, you don't see that no more. Okay? There's no trust issues or something like that. Or somebody sees that you don't have trust issues. Okay? Maybe they don't like people who have, like, how do I explain it? They don't like people who are extremely possessive or jealous. They understand a certain level of, like, you got to prove to somebody that they can trust you type of thing. But, like, they don't feel like they have to constantly beg for your approval or prove to you that they're loyal to you, or that they're really for you, or that they really love you, or that they're really partnered, you know, that they're really partnered with you for the right reasons, or something like that. Yeah, some of y'all, these are coworkers, okay, who want to collaborate with you, or who were collaborating with you. Okay, you were able to move on from a situation of some sort. So somebody really respects that about you. Maybe somebody was treating you like shit, or was being real disrespectful towards you, or they just weren't right. Somebody witnessed that you went through something like that and you were able to move on from it and improve yourself or make yourself better or something like that. And they're really inspired by that, or they really value that. They see that you're not somebody over there trying to, something about farming sympathy. What? Y'all, this language. Somebody may have a unique way of speaking or talking or thinking. Maybe you're very unique in the way that you see things, or the way that you talk or think, or something. You're just different, okay? You're different. And that's a great thing. Somebody's saying, that's a great thing. That's awesome. Yep. You're able to take care of your priorities when you need to. Somebody likes it. They like that you're, you're in order. You're owning it. You're doing what you need to do. You're trustworthy. You're responsible. You're not just fucking off your life, or you're not just, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of qualities in you that are really awesome. Wow. So something about embracing your spiritual inheritance. So it's almost like your ancestors or your spirit guides, your angels, felt like it was ready, like it was time, or you have reached a level of being able to have some sort of knowledge or wisdom or enhancements in your spiritual gifts or abilities of some sort. Some of y'all passed the test of some sort. Somebody could have been trying to test you to see, like, what you were really about, or who you really are, or if they can trust you, or if you're worth something. They may want to give you something, or have something to offer you, or want to do something for you, or something like that. Okay, or just wanting to be with you. I told y'all, somebody wanted to fuck something up for you, okay? But they weren't able to. And like I said, you have very powerful abilities and spiritual enhancements and upgrades at this time. Be real particular about who you're sharing that with, who you're giving it to, who you're around, how much time or effort or energy you're putting into certain things. There are people who may know this or sense this about you, and they may want to try to distract you or get you to be focusing on bullshit, so you waste that energy. Or so that you're using your spiritual gifts and abilities in the wrong way. I see that you'll be able to see what's up. You'll know what's good. As long as you're in tune and harmony with your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, and let them show you and, you know, put you up on game, you'll know what's up. Somebody could have even been trying to make it to where you couldn't connect with y'all. Fuck them, man. Fuck them. Okay? Not literally, like, but just get, like, don't even play into that. Okay? Yeah, you're very skilled at a lot of different things. So you're not just a one, how do they say it? A one-trick pony? Is that how they say it? Let me know in the comments if that's how the saying goes. A one-trick pony. Why did I just think about Pony Boy? Is that his name from The Outsiders? Oh my God, I remember when we had to read that book in school. The Outsiders. And at first, I'm like, what is this bullshit? But then I absolutely fell in love with the story. I love The Outsiders. And the movie was great. The Outsiders, Pony Boy. Pony Boy. Why is that significant? A one-trick pony. You're not a one-trick pony? And then I'm also sensing like a dog and pony show. Is that what the fuck they call politics when it's like something is not what it really seems like it is, or they're just trying to like distract you or trick you or make you think that they're really doing something but they're not, or showing up like something like, y'all, let me know how that resonates with you in the, because that's just so random. Maybe y'all like The Outsiders or read The Outsiders, or maybe you come from that era, like the era that when the book was and like Grease. What is there? Isn't there another? Yo, what the? And now I don't know why I'm singing a song, Dancing Queen. Da, 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 da. Y'all, okay, accurate. Okay, so you're very accurate, or you were on point about something, or you knew, like, some of y'all, your intuition is freaking dang near flawless, y'all. And it could be almost like, it could be freaking some people out, or sometimes it might even freak you out. Like, what? Like, you know you got these gifts, but like when you be seeing them in action, it's like, holy, like, wow. Somebody could have even thought your ass was spying on them or something like that, and you were like, you just know it's good. Somebody wants to reconcile with you. I told y'all, if somebody thought that you were their enemy, or was acting like you weren't that, you know, or something like, or they were doubting you, or acted funny with you, or whatever the fuck, they realize, like, no, that's not what. Because some of y'all, you could have been divinely sent to be around this individual. You may not have even known that. But there's something about you. Okay? And it could be teaching them that they need to not be so prejudiced about people, or they need to not be so stuck in their ways about something, or something like that. Okay? It's almost like somebody's recognizing that you're not what they thought you were. Something about a con game. I'm telling y'all, they could have thought that you were fake, or you were trying to con them or trick them or something like that. Okay? They see that you're like, some of y'all, I know this is so random, but some of y'all may have what's called resting bee face. Okay? So maybe when people see you, they think you're mean, or you're rude, or they think you're like giving them bad looks or hating on them. Or maybe it's just like how you dress. Because like I'm also thinking about like with the whole Pony Boy and the Outsiders, like how they dress. Just people in general, if they dress like that, people might think that they're up to no good, or that they're bad, or that they're not whatever. But it's like, no, like in that instance, for some of y'all, like you're just a really good individual, but you may look a certain way, and it may make people kind of like, or maybe you talk a certain way, you know. It's kind of like people who think people who cuss are evil and horrible and messed up and need an ass whooping or whatever, and need to be taught right and whatever, but they're like sometimes some of the most nicest people, you know. It's like that. So somebody's realizing that they judged you wrong, or they thought wrong about something. Or y'all, if somebody got a reading on you, like a spiritual reading done on you, they really, I don't know what the fuck spirits they was working with, but them spirits was lying to their ass. Okay? Or something. Or they was just off that day. They didn't know what the fuck they were picking up on or whatever. if they had got a reading done about you, the individual that did the reading on you did not know what the fuck they were doing or what they were talking about, or maybe your ancestors said, what the fuck you think you doing? You ain't about to be tapping into my collectives, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. So they didn't get the right information about you. And maybe they learned that's why they shouldn't be trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. I don't know. Others of you, it's them. They try to, like, maybe they're into spirit, like into tarot or into something, you know, oracle reading or whatever, runes, something. They try to read on you. And yeah, that's what it was. For many of y'all. And they may not have got the right information about you. Oh, and now I'm sensing, bet you think this song is about you. Y'all. Wow. And so they didn't know the truth, or they believed something that somebody said about you or something like that. Now they're realizing like, oh, that was a bunch of bullshit. So now they could be, you know, coming around or maybe being more nice to you or something like that. I don't know. Or they want to reconcile with you. Okay? Like I said, somebody could have thought that you were not loyal to them and you were, or they could have thought that you're like extremely jealous or envious, or they could have thought that you were secretly competing with them or something like that. Some of y'all, you don't even want to be like somebody. Like somebody could have said you were trying to be like them or act like them. You're like, bitch, where, how, when, what, like what? Yeah. Somebody say that you're full of love. Like, I'm telling y'all, you look like, you could be looking like, sometimes when you just be in your own zone, you look like you don't want to fuck with that person. But you're like awesome. You're great. Okay? Maybe for some of y'all, that's how you used to look because of whatever you were dealing with in the past. And now that you got rid of whatever the fuck was making you feel like that or act like that, or you stopped doing something or whatever, now you guys are like, everybody want to, who is that over there? What's up? What you on? What you doing? What you about? Yeah, somebody could be trying to, that's wild, man. It's like somebody's like, or maybe these people thought something about you and that was making them look at you a certain way that wasn't true. Now they know the truth and they're like, oh, okay, that's what, oh, okay. So they could have had a misjudgment of what was going on, like, about you. Now they see the truth and they're like, oh, this person's lit. They you know, they want to be your friend or work with you or team up with you or something like that, you know? Yeah, some of them are recognizing that you're, look, you got some sort of special gifts or abilities about you or some sort of special divine protection. Okay? Yeah. So somebody has high regards for you. Like they really honor you or respect you or what you've been through. And some of y'all, this is what it is. Like some of y'all, maybe you just look like you've never gone through anything bad or anything horrible. So they could have judged you and thought that maybe you're stuck up or conceited or something like that. And they don't know what you've gone through to build that kind of confidence. They didn't realize that maybe in the past your confidence wasn't what it was now. What it isn't what it is now. All right? It's like something like that. Or they thought that you're like really wanting to succeed and make a lot of money and do better for yourself. And they thought that you were messed up or stupid or wrong or, you know, whatever for doing that. And they didn't know that maybe you came from a not so good situation and you don't want to ever go back to that. You don't want your people to go through that or whatever. You know, I just sense a strong miscommunication or misjudgment of something being cleared up. People see what the truth is about you now, or they see what you're on, or they see what you're about, or whatever, and they're loving it. Okay? They're loving it. Okay? Somebody loves the jokes or that you like to have fun. You're not a, you know, we'll just say you're not a stick in the mud, but it was said in another way. You don't have a stick up your. Somebody likes that. They don't have to tiptoe around you, that they can joke and you're not going to take it the wrong way or something like that. Or maybe that's how you used to be, but you're like, you used to take things the wrong way and now you realize, oh, somebody's just really joking, or they're not saying something to really, you know, make you feel bad and horrible or whatever. You know, maybe you've gotten better at being able to joke around and laugh and have fun and stuff like that. And a lot of it has to do with you letting go of something that was just not right for you. Okay, or getting from around people or something, or letting go of a certain belief or ideology or perspective of some sort, you know? Yeah. So you have a lot of angels around you that absolutely love you. Okay? And they're really happy with where you are in life and what you've been doing and what's going on. So don't doubt that. Okay? Yeah. Your endurance and stamina has definitely improved for many of you all. Your motivation has too. And it's because for some of y'all, you've been setting very beneficial boundaries. You're not allowing people to fucking drain you dry, to fucking, like, no. You know, you're not allowing people to make you feel less than what you are. You're not sitting up here playing in other people's pity parties and some bunch of bullshit. Like, no. You know? So, wow. So some of y'all could have been feeling like you had to dumb yourself down in another situation with another individual. You don't have to do that no more. Like I said, it was almost like you would not say certain things or give certain perspectives, certain beliefs that you had, because you just didn't want to deal with what the fuck would come from it if people weren't able to get out of their own bullshit and see things from your perspective, you know? So you just didn't want to deal with whatever, but you don't care anymore. Because you're not going to keep sacrificing your happiness or your content or your divine mission or whatever it is for people who are not worth it, or for something that's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah. But you're also being very intelligent, though, still. You still know that not everything is meant to be said. Not everybody can handle the level that you're on. If you get what I mean? You know, not everybody's meant to know an example. And people will probably be in the comments, oh, that's not true. But it is what it is. Eventually, y'all will realize not everybody's meant to know the secrets of the universe. Okay? That's just what it is. It's the same thing as, you know, I'm not going to use that analogy. Just leave it at that. You get what I'm saying. Okay? Not everybody's meant to know certain things. All right, and some people be feeling like they're just fucking that you just owe them something. Like, what? It's because people have gotten so used to like these celebrities and these artists just sharing everything about their lives, and these a lot of, you know, streamers, content creators, influencers, whatever, right? They've gotten so used to these people just giving them everything that they more people than I would like to admit have this expectation that everybody is supposed to do that. So if you don't, they think you're hiding something, when really you're just being normal, in the sense of not everybody's meant to have that type of information about you or know you in those kinds of ways unless they've proven that they are. You get it? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, somebody loves the way that your mind works. Okay? Definitely very powerful divine feminine energies, okay, and masculines. All right? Yeah. You got it, y'all. You got it. Keep owning it, okay? Walking on sunshine, baby. You walk through the spiritual door of happiness. Okay? All right. Yep. somebody appreciates that you were there for them when they needed it. Okay, that you actually you said you were gonna do something and you did it, or that they can rely on you or something like that, y'all. Look, okay, look, you got this was a great reading, powerful, awesome reading. Okay, y'all, you should be really happy with yourself and proud of yourself, thanking the universe, the spirit guides, the angels. Y'all, you're doing great. You for real though. Okay, for real, keep doing it. With that being said, I'll see y'all in the next reading.